When evaluating personalities from the perspective of the Sun and the Moon in Vedic Astrology, it gives a completely different picture, and this is what we will analyze in this series with case studies. Without the case studies, we'll be lost. We'll have no reference points or perspectives on how to look at this from an objectively scientific, logical perspective, yeah? So from the perspective of Vedic astrology, two guiding principles are the Sun and the Moon, the two luminaries that guide and focus our energies as a soul in particular directions. That's the principle, the Sun and the Moon. So number one, the rule is the Ascendant Nakshatra has the energies of the rising Sun, your rising sign also, the external male principle, what you display in the world, what the personality wants to show in the world, the physical personality, the ego structures, extroversion, traits which are displayed externally, external drives, external impulses, external behaviors, etc. The Sun is all about shining forward. It brings forth anything that to shine in the world. It's an external male principle, is the first one we should see, the Ascendant Nakshatra. The next one is the Moon Nakshatra, which has the energies of mind as translated to emotional content, the subconscious desires, the deep-seated emotional tendencies and needs, the introversion, the emotional impulses. You can also call it the emotional body. This is the Moon, the second luminary. So we are talking both about the display of external and internal, and that's all we are in this polarized world when we come in as souls. So let's evaluate with case studies one by one, because we are talking about three kinds of ganas here, the Dev Gana, the Manushya Gana and the Rakshasa Gana, and we are talking about Ascendant and Moon Nakshatra in the placement in the birth chart. So it gives us number of combinations which we shall see one by one. So let's consider the case of Ascendant Nakshatra in Dev Gana and Moon Nakshatra also in Dev Gana. This is the first pair. What does it lead to? What kind of personality does this person become? First of all, they are spiritual and philosophical. This person may have a deep interest in spirituality and may be drawn to philosophical or intellectual pursuits. They may have a strong sense of morality and ethics. They are artistic and creative. They may possess a natural creativity and may be drawn to artistic and creative pursuits. They may have a talent for music, poetry, or other forms of artistic expression. They are compassionate and nurturing by nature. They may have a natural ability to empathize with others, may be drawn to helping professions. They may have a strong desire to care for others, may be nurturing and supportive in their relationships. They are idealistic and optimistic. They may have a strong belief in the goodness of humanity, may be optimistic about the future. They may be driven by a desire to make the world a better place. How beautiful is that? They are diplomatic and charming. They may possess excellent communication skills, may be skilled at negotiating and resolving conflicts. They may have a natural charm that allows them to connect with others on a personal level. People with this combination may be motivated by a desire for spiritual growth and may be drawn to practices such as meditation, yoga, or other forms of self-improvement. They may also be motivated by a desire to create beauty and harmony in the world. They may be drawn to artistic and creative pursuits. Let's take this up with a particular case study. Let's take this chart of a lady called S. Now this lady has ascendant in Ashwini Nakshatra, which is Dev Gana, as well as moon in Revathi Nakshatra, which is Dev Gana again. So we are talking about Dev Gana combinations of Ascendant Nakshatra and the Moon Nakshatra. So what are the themes? And we'll examine this in conjunction with the elements as well. Those are her predominant elements. There's a a lot of fire and there's a lot of earth, subdued air and average water as element strength, because you got to examine the element strength if you need to get closer to the accuracy of the personality. Yeah. So Ashwini is in first pada, as we can see there in Ascendant. So there's a lot of fire, initiator, risk taker energy in this person already. They're very adaptable, commanding and friendly, the Ashwini energy. And the fire element is also very strong overall in the chart, which makes this person having difficult to maintain relationships, very impulsive, well groomed, a lot of fire energy. And because we are talking about Ascendant as in Sun, this will be displayed to the rest of the world, even in her relationships. Lack of stability, lack of consistency, a lot of seeking of power. Okay, there's a little bit of materialistic and grounded also, even though I have mentioned it as pada too. It's basically she has a lot of earth element, so there's fire and earth. Think fire and earth in her case. So she's very fiery by nature, and she's also got fair bit of grounding on that, so she want materialistic gain also. That's the Ascendant Nakshatras qualities for her. Now the moon of hers is in Revathi. Revathi is also a Dev Gana. Its nature is softer as opposed to Ashwini, who was very swift. And so these people, now we are talking about moon in Revathi. So we are talking about the subconscious desires, the hidden heart, the emotional body. So Revathi loves to help people. It is unorthodox. They are introverts. They are secretive in nature. We are talking all about emotions here. They have a healthy body. They could be the guiding light to masses. So this lady might have a hidden desire to help other people. Okay, they are very practical and ambitious. Again, earth and fire is there, which sort of complements the Ashwini part in the Ascendant. They might be having on the downside living in a fantasy land, or have addictions, or too needy or clingy for affection. That's one of the downsides of Revathi also. So you see how this plays out. In the next one we shall see other combinations of Dev Gana with other particular nakshatras.